Good afternoon, everybody, or good morning, depending on where you're at. This is Sean P. Green. I am live on the God Chaser Sports football, baseball, basketball, you name it. We do it all. But I'm live on the Facebook page. It's for the general public. I made an announcement in the group as well and a couple other places. So without any further ado, let's get to this recap for this week. I'm hoping that some of you, or at least one of you, wants to come on. We'll do a little chat while we're surfing the web. So this is the GCSports 2000 official page. I have nobody. Okay, Mac and Cheese Festival's coming up. God Chaser Sports page. Once again, this is the group. If anybody knows about the group. All right, we do a poll. We let everybody know, find out who wants to play what throughout the year. And that was the update last week. We had 28 views. Not too bad. A couple of you are watching. This is what the big news is on the fantasy Facebook, the Yahoo Fantasy Sports page. Of course, it was a big game yesterday between the Niners and the Saints. I had the Niners quarterback for the league, so I did very well in one game. But I'm still, it's Monday night. Still got to play that before we go any further. But it was a great game. I tell you what, that was a great matchup to watch. Previews or reviews of. The problem is the game I was watching was a little bit more important to me because, of course, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. So that was a big game. Unfortunately, we lost to the Ravens, not by less than a football touchdown. Hey, why not? We could have won. It was last minute, last second, fourth down, game's on the line. We could have tied it up, and it just didn't happen. So, but we're not worried about that at this point. I just want to greet everybody who's interested in coming in, joining the fantasy football leagues that we do. It's for people who don't understand what it is. We do like fantasy football sports from Yahoo's platform. We've been doing this since 2000. And this is like, we've had over 100 people over the years that have, been a part of it. Actually, over 300 people were on our email list with various leagues, including baseball, football, basketball. We had golf. We had NASCAR. We had soccer. We did a lot of different leagues, but the biggest one definitely has been football. However, we've been expanding quite a bit in hockey and basketball and baseball. So the other leagues are no longer, they're defunct, which is sad because I like golf. I like NASCAR, but they didn't have enough interest. A quick update on the college. My team, the Georgia Bulldogs, did not win. LSU Tigers have solidified their bid for the top two. And of course, Ohio State. I wasn't worried about Ohio State, but I was pulling for the Badgers. I was hoping for Wisconsin. Oh, well. Not a big deal. I'm not a huge fan of Wisconsin Badgers, but that's my team up in that conference. My team, of course, is the UB Bulls. We did win a bowl bid. We're going to the Bahamas. So, hey, we might not have the big title, but we have probably one of the best, if not the best, bowl locations of the whole entire college football series. So UB Bulls will be playing in the Bahamas. And I don't remember who they're playing yet. So let's get right to the highlights, the scores of all the leagues that we did last week. So We'll get to football at the end because we're still waiting on Monday night results. But let's get right to the basketball leagues. I did not do too well last week in some places. Let's start from the top. Eastern Conference. Let's see what we did. This week I'm playing Dakota. Last week I lost to Yao, who's in second place. I'm in fifth place now. I think I was in third, if I'm not mistaken. All right. And again, Yao is the defending champions. They're in second place. So good on them. Bishop Roberts and Yao are top two, and they were the two that were in the championship last year. So, I'm sorry. Yep. So, there's still hope. We're only week 7. That's what it is. This is where we're at for the East. Let's go to the West. Okay, I'm making everyone believe this week I am in first place. Yes, what a great win. It was over my longtime rival, Lemke, and appreciate the effort and allowing me to advance. I know Lemke does not like to be under or out of the playoffs, if not the top of the entire league. So that was a good win for me at this point. I'm just happy to have that opportunity with him. So that's what it is. Got to play number 5 this week. Free for all. Daryl is my opponent this coming week, but last week, week 7, it looked like I defeated McNasty. He was actually one of the top players over the past years, but quite a shift in the top teams of the whole league. My rivals were right behind us. Me and the Q's and Ruben were kind of inching up on them, but we still got a ways to go to be on top. It's only week 7, but it was a definitive victory for me, and I'm happy for that. Ruben got his victory for his win to stay on top. And Turkey kept on staying in the top 5. So that's a pretty good win. Moving along to the Gospel of B-Ball. And I'm playing the Transformers this week. Here's my loss to Zeppelins, and I still stay in the running for the top 6, but that could slip very easily if I let any of these other guys beat me. So got to keep active on that. Not a whole lot of moves in this division, this whole league actually, and still maintaining the top 6. So that's a good thing. And Zeppelin hasn't made any moves, and yet he defeated me, so that's not a good sign. So, that's not the busiest league for sure. When Core B-Ball Jam, I'm playing American Authors this week. Let's see how I did. All right, so I beat one of my divisional rivals, HGA Saints, also known as Chalmers. Chalmers admitted to me once before in a message on Facebook that he did not have the skills to endure basketball. He said he doesn't really know much about it, and that's okay. I'll keep him in my division then. But actually, these are all people, if you wonder how we divided this league, is basically these are all the One Accord DJ Alliance / Christian hip hop people that originally were a part of this league, One Accord B-Ball Jam. We had several other people that dropped out, and these are all the people that have jumped in later. Ozzy and Mile High are amongst the top original players, and Ozzy is the defending champ. So we'll see how that works out for him. It's not didn't do too well this last week. Mile High Ballers, once again, top of the whole league. This is not an uncommon thing for him. So it's an amazing. He's only had one move. It really doesn't show, how the rest of the league can't perform if everybody was active. So we might have to make some shifts on that league somehow. We might have to add or subtract. We'll see. One accord B-ball jam 2. I think this one's a little bit more. Yeah, this one's a little bit more active. So maybe in the future we'll combine them and have a super league. But right now I lost to Guyano. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. He took me out for another loss, kept me below single digits behind my divisional rival and out of the top 6. And I think this is a top 6. Yep, top 6 league. So right now I'm not doing too well. The Nats World Series champs, or RJs or whatever, top of the league right now. Guyano is second. So, and been doing pretty well, pretty active. Not double digits, but having a good time with that. All right, let's go back to the last league. This is Jesus Saves. Once again, I'm not running this league, but we'll just kind of show where I'm at. 10th place. I didn't do too well, looks like. Yep, lost to Slammers. I don't know who the Slammers are. I don't even know these guys. None of these people have worked or played in the God Chasers leagues, but I'm in the very bottom of it, so nothing to brag about there. And 7th of, I think, pretty sizable league in the veterans. Yep. 7th out of 10. So I did win, however, last week, but I still got a ways to go being 7th place. So there's all your basketball updates. If you got any questions, chime in. Anybody's watching it, you can chime in on the feed. You can watch it if you want exclusively on your Facebook pages. You can share it on your Facebook pages if you want, but I like to see somebody that's tuning in. If you want to watch, that's fine, but chime in. We can always get you on the call and maybe have some commentary with me about these leagues. Getting to hockey, right now I'm going to be playing against in the East. Gets Off My Lawn, who was my guest a couple weeks ago, last week, I think. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens. Maybe he'll chime in again if he's watching. But last week I beat Bishop Roberts. Okay, let's see who the lead. Okay, he is the defending champ, and I lost him in the championship. So that's a little grudge match for me. The Bombers staying on top, 2nd place. Isaiah took out actually my divisional rival last week, so that's a good sign. On thin ice, took out Pucking Disciples, and Ontario Maverick stays on top of the entire league by taking out the Cyclones, aka Ozzy. So as you see, this is a sort of busy league, half and half. So there's a couple people that are not really doing much here. On thin ice, who's a really good competitor, must have had a good draft because he's staying in the top 4, as well as Isaiah. So, but they're fighting, and I'm really fighting here. Look at that, 71 points total. Puckers got 33 moves with 64. He's in last place with the second amount, the second most moves. So sometimes moves doesn't really necessarily move you into first place. Same with Bishop Roberts, 7th place, and he's got 49 moves. Not too impressive. So sometimes less is more. Ontario Mavericks proving that right now with only 1 move, and Gets Off only 3 moves. So interesting. I mean, coming down the look at that. 71. I'm already 30 points behind. 32 points behind my division rival that I have to play against this week. Not too impressive. Not doing good on the East. Oh well. Let's see what's going on in the West. Okay. I'm playing Albert's team, who I think had a pretty good win. We'll just recap that in a second. All right. Second is playing third. Those guys are always divisional or rivals, anyways, in every league that they play against each other. Aren't they nice? Not really a rival, but the Boo Boos Bandits. I was in eighth place. Oh, I'm in eighth place now, but he's in fifth. Even though I had 8-1, I'm still towards the bottom of this league, and that's not fun. So King Henrik is fourth, even though he had a definitive win over the Turkey, who's still in third. That shows you how many points Turkey had. And I think Albuquerque was in first place before that for the whole league. We'll double check that. But that's a sad loss for him. Henrik, I think, was the champion last year, so it looks like he's got something to prove to get back into the game. Albert's team, all right, clawing out of the basement too, as well as me. The Giants somehow is not doing too well in this league, and he's usually a good competitor. And Lemke, second place, lost to the Flames. So here's the overall standings right now. So here you go, on thin ice once again. Turkey is in second place, really, but Lemke's got the division, so he's second overall. He's got the second seed for the playoffs, which I believe this is it's a 6-team playoff, and we'll see what happens. The Sharks not doing too well, man. They usually they were in the championship last year, and they're towards the bottom. So okay, let's get to the International League. All right, I got Espresso is in second place. Had a good win lost to Lemke. Once again, I got to tell you, Lemke likes to jump his way in there, claw his way through the system. On thin ice, once again, is on top. He's doing too well, pretty well in these. So I think he had a good. If I'm not mistaken, I saw him in those live leagues. So he did. He's doing pretty well. Pretty impressed with where On Thin Ice is right now. 105, Espresso's 102, and Florida Freeze with a good win stays real close to 100, and that win was against me, but that's not good. He won't stay. He won't last. I have a feeling that Florida Freeze is not gonna last for this one. And for some reason, he should be in second place overall. We do have divisions, so I got to go check that out. The International League. Reset that. I think I mentioned that once before. Let's get to the Christian Hacky League. And I'm playing against Bread of Life. Henrik playing Cutthroat. And we'll get to the rivals. But I lost to Germano, is what he goes by. Yet I'm still in second place because I'm in my division second. But he definitely has a second ranking. He's tied actually with his division rival. He was in first place overall, but because I slowed him down by having one of those categories and 3 tied, I slowed him down. Not really. He definitely slowed me down from having a solid lead in my division. Lemke's still right there. On thin ice, not doing too well in this league. Actually lost pretty big one of the Bombers. So that's pretty tight league, I think. The top 3 in our division, there is really no solid leader. This week I play Bread of Life, so that's going to be an important matchup for me. Top 3 in the Southern Kingdom. I got the hiccups all of a sudden. The Bombers are trying everything they can to stay right up there with the well, neither one of them were in a championship. I was the loser. And the champion left from last year is down here in the bottom in their league, their division. So yeah, it's pretty competitive league, and I like to stay on top. So I got to beat Bread of Life this week, and we'll see how that works out. But I'm doing well. I'm doing well in a couple of leagues, anyways. I got one more, I think, official Christian World League. Nope, that's football. One more. Nope, the rest of them are just non-Christian sanctioned leagues. I'm 9-0. I play Rasmus Dahlin as well. He's a Sabres. This is a Sabres league, and I'm killing it again this year, like I did last year. However, Rasmus, the real player of the Buffalo Sabres defense, is injured right now, so I'm representing him in the fantasy league, just the same. All right, so let's hit up real quick the Veterans League. Where am I at? Veterans League, second last place. I did have a win so I got a place number 2, Hamtown 2. I did beat Ali Matters, and 2 and 3 went head to head. That was a good matchup, and Hamtown came up on top. But Adirondack Thunder is right now the team to beat. 7-2, a 7-2 record. So this goes by how many points you make against each other head to head, and that will be a win or a loss versus total points on your total categories that you win or lose. So it's a little bit different way of scoring, and I wanted to try it out, and I like it. It's kind of neat. So it's really, you get your fantasy points per team member throughout the week, and then your top, your cumulative score against the opponent's cumulative score. That's how that's operated. So I don't know if anybody else is in the world of hockey fantasy, but that's what we're doing for that league. That's 2 leagues I'm doing. Same thing with the Rasmus Dahlin Buffalo Sabres League. And I'm in third place on top of my division for this one, 144 points. Doing all right. Overall, I'm probably, 4th place. So that's not bad. I'm not going to complain. As long as I'm beating Iserman, we're doing good. But I destroyed back bottom burp last week. All right, so you ready for this? Let's get to football. There were no college games. Actually, there was. There was 1 week of college games. Let's just go to it real quick. God Chasers League. And I think I won. Yes. I am the winner of the God Chasers Pick'em for college football. And let's see what happened here. I got 8. Baylor really was, I thought they were going to win, but I still picked Oklahoma. Baylor was playing pretty tough. Miami, Ohio defeated Central Michigan. I don't know if that's a big surprise, but Oregon, I think I should have picked Oregon, but I went for the safe bets. Ohio State beating Wisconsin. And Clemson, I knew was going to beat Virginia. Boise State against Hawaii, LSU against Georgia. I was kind of sad because Georgia's been my team all year. Memphis over Cincinnati, Florida Atlantic over UAB, Appalachia State. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's a big one. Over Lafayette. So that was the college results. And let's get to our football leagues. Here we go. So pre-Monday night football. This is where we're at. We have how many losses? This is actually this is the last week of this division of this league. This is the first week of the playoffs for this league. This is the last week for this league. Last week. This is the first week of the playoffs, and this is the last week of this league. So we have two playoffs going. One of them I didn't make the playoffs. The other one I have a bye. So I'm pretty happy that we're rolling with that one. I got a pretty tough competitors. The last couple weeks, some people sit their players on the real teams. Sometimes they don't. But when there's playoff implications and bye week implications, everybody's pretty active. But the ones that say, "Oh, I'm in already. I don't have to worry about it," which is nobody, because both NFC and AFC don't have anybody that's locked at number 1 or number 2, including the Bills, who possibly can take our division, who possibly can take that number 2 spot, because we are above all the other ranks, 3rd and 4th place bye week, or 3rd and 4th place division leaders. So if we beat the Patriots and we take the division, we're in the 2nd seed, possibly the 1st, but I doubt it with Baltimore, especially the fact that they beat them already. Actually, okay, Fantasy Hawk. This is the playoffs. My fault. So the playoffs is already transpired in this league, and it looks like I'm already kicked out. So I got my 7th place. Fantasy Hawks division leader, division rival, took me out. Doesn't look like I'll have more than 16 points estimated. R&J Nats, if you look from last year, I think they're the champions, beating Michael. Michael didn't make it this year. It's a pretty tough year for him. The whole division, I mean, that division was pretty tight. And even though 8 Grands won the division, which is great bragging rights, still was not enough. I don't know, Berta Browns took out Jesus Freaks, so that kept them out of the playoffs. All right, and here we go. This is what's going on. So RJ takes out the division champ and division rival. Looks like it's going to be 2 division rivals taking each other out in that league. And then Lemke and Super Broncos. That's a good matchup, because I think the Super Broncos beat Lemke a couple weeks ago. And Gilberto taking out the number 1 seed. That is outstanding. Gilberto was actually in last place in my division too, and he advances. So quite a statement he's making, beating the top seed. So we'll see how that works out. So it looks like if everything stays, it looks like the number 2 seed is the top seed. We'll be playing Gilberto, so that's going to be a division rematch again. And RJ will play Super Broncos. I'm sorry, we're the Cubbies. RJ to Cubbies. Looks like that's what's going to be the matchup. But we'll see. Anything goes in Monday Night Football. We've seen a lot of things change last week in a lot of leagues. So let's go to the Veterans League. and they are in a playoff mode as well. And the bye went to Isaiah and Terrible Titans, both with 11-2. Titans won the points standings. Let's go to the standings real quick. So Terrible Titans, not only did they beat Isaiah, but they beat him in points. So that gave them the title number 1 seed. But they both were really decisive in their divisions. So there's the playoff matchups. Looks like if everything goes right for Bannerman, he's back in the championship. He hasn't been there in a while. He's been he won 3 years in a row. Go back to history, and he hasn't really been back since 2016. So he's at least in the mix. Anything can happen. We'll see how that works out. Albuquerque, though, just might sneak in. Okay, Bannerman and Alba have been rivals over the years in this championship. So there's a matchup between them there and a matchup between them there. So there's a long time rivalry between them. And of course, the Bombers for the last couple years have been on the trend that the Titans were on, being in third place overall at the end of the season. So let's hope, I'm sure, that the Bombers hope that that's not going to be the trend. But it appears that he's not even going to make the top 3 if Turkey beats him. Top 4, I'm sorry. So he'll probably be playing a consolation matchup between Gridiron, another long-time rival. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that transpires after tonight. And God Chasers, official ballers. Let me tell you why. Look at this. Every team is active. Even Consuming Fire, active. Second last place. But see, this is not the playoffs yet. We got one more week, couple division rivalries, and interesting how some of this might change up the rankings. But right now, this is what it looks like, and Numbers, who's been kicked out because of me at this point, could possibly slip right in there with the win over his division rival. So this is incredible week. This is very fun. I love this league. I really do, because we have built up this rival for 20 years now, and it just keeps on getting better and better every year. And hopefully, these people continue to stay active. The ones that haven't, that just dropped out or just lost interest, we replaced them with people from other leagues. As you know, Bombers and Titans, and Bannerman. These are the teams that kind of been elevated from previous leagues because of other people's inactivity. But this is the league, man. This is the big one. And it looks like I'm going to maintain my 12th man position. Titans have a chance. Bombers looks like they're completely solidified their not only division title, which is between Denny Leak and Wyoming Wind. It'll be a 9-5 win, 9-5 record. But it might just bump Denny Leak from the playoffs. We'll see how that transpires as well. Because Wyoming Wind defeating At the Cross keeps Wyoming Wind in the mix for the top 8. You know what? Let's go right to the stat tracker. This is where you get everything at. I love watching the stat tracker. This is fun. because he gives you a couple options as far as how to view the leagues and the upcoming games. All right, so let's get back to Fantasy Seahawks. Okay, we're not worried about the players at this point, but it looks as if Gilberto can win. Okay, so that keeps them in number 7 seed. Actually, these seeds won't be completely correct because of actually this is all playoffs. I'm sorry. So Grand is bumped, Dakota is bumped, Broncos is possibly bumped. What are they predicting? That Lumpkey will win. All right. So see how that works out, man. We'll see how that plays out. So 7-7 veterans. Okay, that would be Turkey. And myself, this is a playoff? No. Oh, this is weird. Oh, Bombers. I'm looking at my team. Okay. All right, so the Bombers chances. Oh, looks like Turkey possibly could be the one that wins that. And Bannerman looks like it's definitely going to be them. So that's going to be a good matchup next week. All right, my championship here. Let's go to the league standing. So at the end of this game, look who could be number 5 instead of 9 by beating their division rivals. That's right, Daleen Brewer, a.k.a. Prodigal Sons, a.k.a. first champion of God Chasers. These guys are going to possibly battle it out in the postseason. You never know. But if everything stays as is for the scoring, looks like, yep, numbers did definitely beat them. It's kind of it's interesting. So, yep, Denny Leak will stay in. At the Cross will be the champion of their division, I think. Just depends on the rivalry between them, and they're playing each other, so that's not a divisional matchup. At the Cross could still win. No, it looks like it's going to be a complete win by Wyoming Wind. Again, that will keep them right there, top 3 overall. But the 3rd seed would go to Bannerman, and the 4th seed would go to At the Cross if it stands as is. It's based on points on the live track stat tracker, but if you look at the division rivalry between them, let's see, they all will be 2-2 if the Finns fan beats. Well, looks like they're going to beat them for sure. So Finns fan beating Guns and Rosen. They will all be 2-2, and that would give At the Cross the advantage because of points. So unbelievably, the At the Cross has returned, ladies and gentlemen. This is a team that's kind of been on the bottom with Consuming Fire over the years. He has returned. He's the champion of the South. That is amazing. That's amazing. So I'm excited to see how that's going to play out next week. So let's go back to the stat tracker. All right. Yep, looks like it's going to be definitive win for them. And Bannerman, even though Titans beat me, Bannerman had the edge. Bannerman is the division champ. But the Titans sneak in, and the Finns fan even though they won, are not going to be in the championship. And that goes to because of numbers beating God Family Packers. So, wow, incredible. Here's the other division that I lost. 2. I lost to these guys, this one and this one. But that wasn't enough to get nighttime in the playoffs. So it looks like none of our other division rivals. Sorry, let's get back to the main page here. The Christian League. Bum ba bum bum bum. Here you go. Okay, nighttime looks like they'll defeat me. All right, but this one is still up in the air. It's a pretty good matchup, but how many playoff spots we got in this? 6. Can they make the top 6? X, maybe not. 5 and 8. That would put them at 6 and 8. All right. If it goes well, goes in their favor. Amazing Grace defeated Jesus is Coming. The Jesuits just might make it and beat their division rival. If so, that's huge. That's gonna be huge. Because Jesuits has been the man for many seasons, many years, and he hasn't been back in the playoffs in a long time. So it's exciting to see him come back. Good old Joe, the Jesuit. Broncos looks like they're going to sneak in too. And even though division rival was defeated, most wanted, Sam still had the number 3 spot regardless. So it didn't really matter. He would have had the top 3 spot no matter what. With blue and gold losing, though, it wouldn't have mattered. Sam would have had to score 300 plus points in order to catch up with Redeemed for Life and blue and gold in order to get in the top 2 spot. So anything, Gilberto here is 3rd place regardless. So no bye week for him. Let's see how it plays out in the stat tracker. Okay, 4th, really 3rd place. And it looks like Amazing Grace would take over. Look at that. Because of the win in the division and because of points, it looks like with Amazing Grace and Acts 29, this is still pretty close, though. Jeffrey, if he does pretty well tonight, could possibly redeem him. However, this guy don't even have his tight end starting, or 8 tight ends starting. So it just depends on this guy. So we'll see how that guy works. Okay. So here's the Christian League, Football League. And there you have it. Jesuit will sneak in because of points. Most Wanted was almost there, but he was short about 70 points, 60 points, almost 70 points to get in there. Valiant effort. And you know what? And that's Jesuit coming off of a 4-game losing streak. How about that? That guy, forget about it. So, what do you think? Out of all these teams, who do you pick to win the Christian League? Let's go to the World League. This one is another one that could be up in the air. But look, right now I'm beating Lemke, gonna keep me in the top 3 overall. Sunday Night Lights could be the division champ, and Germano over here is the number 1 seed overall. But that was a grudge match. Well, actually, we can't really talk too soon about that. It looks like Raider Nation could be the one that takes the whole number 1 seed. That would change everything. That could even put me above my division rival. Let's see how that works out. He's got me on points, so he'll get me on that one. But we'll both have a 10-5 record if everything stands. If not, it's gonna be tight. Right now, Steelers has me on points. So if I don't beat Lemke and the Steelers continue and they win, which looks like they might, it looks like I'm bumped out of the playoffs. That is a nail biter, ladies and gentlemen. So I have to win. If I don't win, I will probably do a rematch against my division rival. If I win, that would be fun. Definitely down with that one. And then Raider Nation will play the Steelers. Sunday Night Lights and Germano will have the bye. But it could, like I said, shift a little bit. Lemke has some points. Lemke could actually jump a little bit more. Not too much because Germano already got him. So if anything, Lockport will be in third place. Could be in third place. And Raider Nation would drop, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like Raiders are going to win that one. That's amazing. All right, Fudge Bowl. I'm not in this week because it's playoff week. Look at that. So here's the matchups. Joyful Noise going to take out Yao. Oh my goodness. Yao works so hard. Joyful Noise that has been on a streak though the last couple weeks. So I think he's gonna steamroll his way into the championship again. But I'm gonna do my best to try to keep that from happening. He picks some big ones. Here's the other one. Water Walker. Looks like he's already defeated. The quote is out. Quote is out of the championship. So Joyful Noise and Water Walker, both of my divisional rivals. Looks like they're the ones that are going to be making the noise for this playoff. Look at that. That's incredible. So it looks like I might be playing Joyful Noise. Nope. I'm playing Water Walker, it looks like. And third day we'll play Joyful Noise. That's looks like that's what's going to transpire in the playoffs for the Fudge Bowl. So, okay. All right. I'm ready for you, bud. And here I am. Looks like I'm losing. I could lose. But that would just mean I am in third place overall. Pretty interesting league this was. And I didn't put division titles because everybody plays everybody once at least. And everybody will not play one person, and that's it. So no division rivals, really. Even though I won a division in this matchup here. Overall, I am in third place. All right, so that's it for football. That's what's happening. Anybody got any questions? Giants, Philadelphia. Philadelphia probably the only team that has any chance to make a play for tonight. I think they're putting Manning back in. So, good luck, Giants. So, anyways, there you go. There's the playoff picture for fantasy football. Some of it is already in playoff mode. Some of it is still playing out. excited about what's going to happen after tonight. For some leagues, like I said, I got to buy in 2 of them. Nope, just one. Got to buy in one. I'm losing this one. I'm going to be in last place. I don't have a chance. I do have a chance, and I might lose my spot if I lose this matchup. And this one here is another one. I'll either be in first place or will be in third place. Depends on how that plays out at the end. So there you go. There's this week's recap. Anybody watches it, hey, I'm happy if you watch it. If you don't, it's okay. I'm just doing this to keep everything exciting, happy. And thanks, Mr. Bishop Roberts. He was watching it. Here's his comment. Thank you for the hard work you do to maintain these every year. You're welcome, Bishop Roberts. I'm happy to do it for you guys. This guy is the most active commissioner or most active manager in any league that we run. And he's got a lot of championships, and someday I'll have that posted on the website. But in the meantime, just keep it locked to God Chaser Sports, the Christian leagues, so on and so forth. It's on the main page here. You can look it up. I'm going to post the vlogs right here. And I'll give you the website here in a second again. Where is it? Oh, well, I don't have the website up here. Well, we'll show this for now. So God Chaser Sports update on God Chaser Sports 2000 on the Facebook, but this is actually the website. And I'm going to make this banner right now. God, give me a second, guys. Chasers Sports. There you go. Vlogs? Maybe not vlogs. Yeah, okay, vlogs. All right, so there it is. Show. Got a ticker now. It just added this feature. How you like that? God Chaser Sports. GCSports2000.wordpress.com/vlogs. That's where all the updates will be. How you like that? Isn't that cool? Little ticker. Something new. So just keep it locked. Come to the Facebook page anytime you need to. And there's the scroll right now. Nope, that's last week. You'll see the live feed in a little bit. There's the group. We got everybody invited to the group. Here's the football leagues. And we use fantasy sports on Yahoo. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping up with me on these broadcasts with me. And again, I invite everybody in the emails to join in. I know Mondays, maybe everybody's working at noon Eastern. But we have an opportunity. We're going to do maybe some Sunday nights. Maybe we'll do, for baseball, we'll do Sunday night live drafts while we're in the drafting mode. I think that would be fun. So keep it locked. Thanks for watching God Chaser Sports.